Hey guys, I'm back. Package just arrived. Cool. We're going to do a few more shout-outs from the big shout-out list we have. Lord Hades. Don't want to piss off Lord Hades. Richard Romero, I never really said the name. The guy who gave me the cool titanium-handled spinner knife. It was almost identical to the one that we got in the last Ravencrest Knife of the Month. Richard Romero is the viewer who gave me that metal one, which is still pretty awesome. Great knife. It has not been replaced by the Ravencrest knife at all. Jacob Coate, Ross Parker, and Rosie Bass. Or is it Bass? I don't know, but I'm going to say Rosie Bass. So thank you guys for watching the channel, supporting the channel, being the best part of what this channel is all about by being the viewers and everything. Appreciate you. So let's get into this box. Now, I'm thinking this is actually the June box, even though it just arrived in July, because they've been a little slow in shipping stuff to me. So I'm probably looking at the June Shit Hits the Fan Mystery Gear box. Today for the unboxing, I'm going back old school. I'm going back to a classic. The old Emerson CQC7, not the Kershaw-Emerson collaboration, the original Emerson. See, this one's got some dust in it sitting in the collection, but great knife. So, let's get into this box. You may notice I don't have Aiden with me here. That is because, as cool as this all is, it's not as cool as playing Minecraft. So, I am down exactly one Aiden, but I've got an Ethan and I've got a Tatum. So let's go ahead and just get this stuff out. Here's a different kind of food than we've been getting in these boxes. A couple Black Legion things look like knives, cool kit. Just get it all out and then we'll start going through it. And yep, there is our packing card on the top. Alright, everything out of the box. It looks like we've got no fewer than 4 different blades in this box, which is really cool. We've got, it is the June box. We got a little, we're sorry tag. Says the Punisher multi-tool is out of stock. We have substituted the M48 Ops gear pouch with the same retail value of $9.99. So please look out for the multi-tool in a future box. Okay. So with the usual explanation for those that are new to how we do this all, we've got the Elite box. So the Elite box, the price every month is $89.99. So they're telling us that all these prices are MSRP. You may find them for cheaper, who knows. We've got everything here that's in the basic box, the Pro box, and the Elite box. So the price for each box here, retail value, it builds. But remember, this is all MSRP value. So we're going to go, starting with the basic box, we're going to go straight down and see everything that we've got. And hopefully we'll have some fun stuff this month for June. Or last month for June, as it were. So starting with UST camping tweezers with LED light for $4.99. It's kind of funny because I was at Walmart the other day. Yesterday, in fact, I almost bought this. I was looking at it. And I was thinking about getting this exact item. So it's 2-year limited warranty. It includes batteries, so that's cool. That's nice. Took an extra second to read that. Last time I thought it said batteries included and they weren't. I got corrected by the entire world. Removing ticks is important. Removing them correctly is important because if you do it wrong, you can squeeze blood from the tick into your body. And that's bad. That's how you get Lyme's disease. I'm trying to figure out how we turn this light on. So this whole light is actually removable if for some reason you wanted to use the tweezers without it. It looks like there's a little plastic cap in there, which is cool, keeps the batteries fresh, right? Okay, now I'm getting frustrated. Now it's not going on at all. Oh, there it is. Is it on? It's on. You know what? It's been on. It's so hard to tell out here. It doesn't really do much. All right, so I am inside. I am under a blanket to show you how wildly ineffective this light is. First, I turned the camera on. It said, hey, your lens cap is on. I don't know what it is that they think that this light is going to do for you. You can barely make out what's on the box with it. So I don't know how this is like. I mean, if you're removing a tick in dead darkness, maybe this light helps you. But this does nothing for you in a daylight scenario. It really doesn't provide a lot of light or anything. I just don't see how it helps. So good grip on the tweezers. That's what you need. That's what you want your tweezers to do. Unfortunately, the light is just about useless. But what the hell? Good solid tweezers, you know, in a first aid kit. $4.99. I mean, tweezers can be expensive, but you're paying for a tweezer with a light on it that basically doesn't do anything. I wonder what the price would be without the light. So while these do seem like pretty good tweezers, I'm going to put them in the mad pile to start with, because the light doesn't do much, does it? I don't know. But the tweezers are useful. But put it in the mad pile. First item in the mad pile. Meh. Right here. Meh. So let's move on to the 5-pack of M48 D-ring connectors for $3.99. Let's take a look at what these guys do for us. For use with molly webbing. Oh, now I'm going to lose my shit because we already had a whole video. It's not molly webbing, it's pals webbing. We talked all about that, but anyway, fits any 1-inch wide molly webbing. Each carabiner is blah, blah, blah. Easily attach gear to your backpack's molly. Oh god, they're making me crazy. So let's take a look at what these guys do for us. I think that the actual functionality of these things is pretty good, though. So what this does is this slides into the webbing right here, and then this lets us rotate, and then you have a D-ring that you can clip stuff onto with your gear. These are actually really useful. Now, strength and quality-wise, I don't know. I mean, they seem to be pretty solid. You're not going to hang tons of weight off there, but... So we get 5 of them for $3.99, which I think is a pretty good deal, and I think that these things are actually very useful for a number of situations. So that's pretty cool. They do feel a little flimsy, but... Oh, I managed to tear one off. Can we put it right back on, though? It's pretty cool. Goes right back on and goes back to twisting. So again, not for your heavy load-bearing stuff, but just to put some equipment to clip it on. That's cool. So this will go in the like it pile. And I'll put this on it so we can see it, like it, and meh so far. Cool. 1 and 1. Put that bag right there. Let's move on to the camo folding Karambit knife for $14.99. So I know a lot of you guys are going to be all into this. I hear from Karambit fans all the time. Now, is it a Black Legion knife? Or let's see, because this doesn't look like it folds. Or the not camo, not folding Karambit knife. Oh, I see why it's camo. That's why it's camo. So Black Legion, again, not a great brand, very budget brand, but let's give this the fair shake that we give everything. So fit and finish wise, really interesting feel. It's got aluminum scales there. It feels like plastic though. It is definitely aluminum, but it has the feel of a plastic scale, which I'm not saying is bad, it's just interesting. A little bit of give in there, but not as bad as M-Tech at all. Blade is relatively well centered. I'm wondering if this is like a wave opener for your pocket. I actually like the blade on this. It looks more Warncliffe than Karambit to me. But not bad size-wise. So, Now, a lot of people have been commenting on some of my other videos where I say that a Karambit is not a very practical knife. It's not a practical knife. It's not. It is a fighting knife. There are lots of techniques specifically for using a Karambit. If you're well versed in those techniques, highly effective knife for slashing and killing. I still say it's not a real functional utility knife, although I will say I like that this one has a straight edge and not that typical curved Karambit blade, because I feel like maybe it could get a little more functionality out of this one. This is actually a knife that I don't hate by Black Legion. I mean, I think it's not bad. Now, of course, I'll have to look up specs and everything and put them on. I have this shout-out list piece of paper here. Not bad. Well, always when I say something like not bad, then it doesn't cut. I refuse to believe the blade dulled after the first 2 slices. There we go. I have some 550 cord out here somewhere. Let's see. So just a pull through on the cord. Bit of effort. Not the cleanest cut, but you know, if you're fighting somebody, you might not want them to have a nice clean cut. You might want that jagged, and you might want them to bleed. Slice through. Actually, very easy. Very easy to draw that through, slicing wise. I'm not going to do any kind of chopping test or anything else with that, because that's not what this is made for at all. You want to come over here with me?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, you want to play on my phone?
Yeah.
You're just using me for my phone?
Yeah.
Here you go.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Are you a robot?
Yeah.
Have fun, robot.
Hello, Papa.
Okay. Decent size. And again, I got big hands. Could use a little bit more real estate on there. Just... It's not bad. It's not bad. I'm actually not trained in all the cool Karambit fighting moves. It's kind of... Really, it's a frame lock kind of design. Easier one hand open than it is to close, but I mean... I still think that this... Put it in my pocket and check it out. Yeah, that works as a wave opener. You just got to make sure your finger's clear there. So you know what? I'm actually going to put this one in the like it pile. I kind of like this. I don't normally like Karambits, but this is going to go in the like it pile. Our folding camo Karambit knife. $14.99. You know, I spent more money on crappier knives, honestly. So okay, so right after that, looks like we're going to get a rescue knife with an LED light for $9.99. I was just talking to somebody. They asked me what I thought of EMT knives and just the concept of EMT knives in general. Hey, Mr. Karambit, could use your services here. Most knives that are sold as EMT knives, I find, are crap for EMT knife uses because of the blade shape. But I'm going to do another video on that later. Let's see what this rescue knife is like. Oh boy. Oh boy. Wow. Isn't this special? I love when they do all of this kind of sculpting to make things look technical and crap, and it's like stamped aluminum on a machine. Oh boy, look, the clip is even, okay, oh boy. This might go in my Hall of Fame of crappy knives. Okay, so this is perfect for my video on rescue knives that suck. This is a horrible rescue knife. You're going to try to cut under a seatbelt or something, or under some clothes, and you're going to stab the patient, because this is not the kind of blade you use. This is not a rescue knife. Simply having a line cutter or a belt cutter does not make something a rescue knife. So we have ourselves a little light that does that. Why? I don't know. It's got a dinky little liner lock. I'm gonna have to test the lock on that one. I mean, this is just slathered in oil with this. Oh, is this plastic? No, this is some weird aluminum. U.S. Special Force. Look at that. It's the Special Force. Not forces, the Special Force. You got your glass breaker / temple smasher over there. I just don't even... If I was in an emergency and I saw somebody coming at me with a knife like this, I'd want to defend myself against them. So let's see how we turn this light on. Got our little... Alright, so at least they gave us a little battery protector thing. Oh, jeez. Well, that was pointed right at me. At least that's a bright light. Brighter than what came on the tweezers. Why would you ever need your light looking that way while your knife is looking this way? I don't know. It's not very comfortable. A little too aggressive on the shaping up here. The blade cutter. Of the cutter blade, sorry. Oh boy, oh, this is thrilling. The spring is pretty nice though. But I guess we should test the edge. Okay. I'm not going to be doing a lot of cutting. A lot of cutting anybody out of anything with this blade. That's okay. That's what we have cord for. Let's go to test number 2. Didn't really cut till it got to the serrated area. Let's that was not too bad. Definitely not as clean as the Karambit blade was. Now, let me turn this ridiculous little light off. At least this is a clean cord cutter. I mean, I have seen cord cutters on these things that are duller than the blade and don't cut crap. Definitely not an actual rescue knife. I would file this away with M-Tech kind of quality, Tac Force kind of quality. I'm just disappointed. I mean, this is, you know, I don't expect much out of Shit Hits the Fan box. I don't, but this thing. You know, of all these kind of EMT rescue knives, I think the 2 that probably did it best is the Benchmade Triage, and then Gerber has one, and I can't think of it off the top of my head. It's a Gerber-Hinder collaboration. I'll put text in, but this thing's bypassing the mat pile. This is going into the straight. Don't like it. Piece of crap. $9.99. I wouldn't even pay $9.99 for this. But we'll see this knife again when I do the EMT rescue knife video. All right. So moving on to the emergency rescue tent for $4.99. $4.99. So I'm not going to take this whole thing out. So we've seen actually this item before. These things are pretty worth it. It's a tent, 2 people size tent, $4.99. It's a fair price for it. It's kind of a one-time use. You know, you're not going to fold it back up and use it again, but this thing could save your life, you know, in an environment where you need to not be exposed to the elements. I'm going to put it in the like pile just because it's useful. It's just flat out useful. It's not gimmicky. So we'll put it there, right there. And then finally we have the UST Gear Snake for $4.99, which I think is this thing. Now, this is like, basically, it's just a big wire. So, Night Eyes makes those big rubber-coated wire gear ties. This is a budget version of that, and it's just a big, long 16-foot, you know, you cut it to the length you want, and don't do it with your knife blade. Do it with, like, a multi-tool or a wire cutter, or, you know, if you can help it, because there's a wire in there. You don't want to dull up your blade if you don't have to, but it's actually pretty good stuff because you can mold it to whatever shape you need. Once you cut it, you're stuck with that length, but you can use it rather than just tying stuff. You can, you know, it is reusable over and over and over. $4.99, I think for this is a pretty good price, especially if you know, because you get 16 feet, you get to cut it to the length you want, and it's pretty good. You can like twisty tie it and do whatever you want with it. So I've made some cool creations out of stuff like this. So this will go in the like pile. I like this. This is useful stuff. Okay, guys, so that's going to wrap up our basic box. $19.99 a month for the basic box subscription. The June retail MSRP value, $43.94. Moving into the Pro Box, it's going to cost you $49.99 a month. So remember, that's $49.99 a month for everything that comes in the basic box and the Pro Box. The June retail MSRP value is $83.92. We're going to start with the Delta Defender titanium coated knife for $29.99. And I already hate this thing. I'm telling you, just right there. Why do I already hate this? Well, let's start with the wannabe rip-off Delta Force patch there. There is no such thing as Delta Force. First Special Forces Group, Operational Detachment Delta, but whatever. For it being handcrafted in China. I mean, Delta Defender Counter-Terrorist Force, right? Just if you're going to rip off Delta Force, just say Delta Force. Now, I'm guessing that the actual knife is called the Perdition, and we've got all this stuff. So, it's a Karambit. Okay. Got a 3¼ inch titanium coated blade, durable, waterproof, advanced composite handle, plastic. Let's get into this. And this is the actual, thing. So, that clip probably is pretty firm. Probably will hold. Cool. What? There's nothing holding that in there at all. If you were to jump while wearing this, it's coming right out. If you were to run while wearing this, it's coming right out. Okay, so anyway, all right. Is this actual Kydex? I don't know, but it's molded crappily. So whatever. So then we've got the actual knife itself, which, you know, not sure what that cutout is for. Not like you need a wave opener for this thing, do you? So for standard grip, it's actually a little bit uncomfortable up there, but, you know, it fits a large hand. Not much bigger than my hands, though, is going to hold this thing very comfortably at all. The offset of the ring there is a little uncomfortable for me, but, you know, I guess your standard Karambit grip. Nice little thumb control area there. Some non-functional cutouts there. I mean, I guess that could, on the way out, that could rip some skin open pretty good. This actually is a sharpened top edge, so double-sided blade. Not very sharp, but it's sharpened. You could sharpen it more. And, you know, these little prongs on the bottom could probably give you a less lethal option to use if you know the techniques and everything. But this thing, I think, is made to look cool more than it's made to function cool. And again, with a Kydex sheath or whatever sheath that doesn't hold the thing in at all, good luck carrying this. I mean, it takes absolutely nothing to tip that out. In terms of the blade sharpness, it's not bad. I mean, cuts pretty well. It comes pretty good out of the box. Not great, but I'm not expecting, you know, miracles out of this thing. The top edge, like I said, not sharpened all that well, just sharp enough to know it's sharpened. You can probably hone that up a little bit more if that's what you want. I mean, I gotta put this in the don't like it pile, though. Just, to me, yeah, you can probably modify this yourself to hold that in better, but oh, it's just bordering on the uncomfortable to hold on to, no matter which way you're holding it. Number two, again, you know, I always say this, I'm just not a big fan of Karambits because of their lack of real utility. The thing that I like about this one, number one, it's folding, so you can keep it in your pocket. It'd be great if it had a clip. But that Wharncliffe blade gives you some real utility function with a nice straight edge to actually cut with, besides slashing at somebody's face, throat, and chest or whatever. Carotid artery slicer, right? The kind of curved hawkbill kind of blade on a Karambit, I just don't see that as being, my opinion only. You guys, you know, can have your own. I don't think that's a real good EDC utility, any other kind of knife short of fighting. I just don't see the functionality there. So, and what did they say this costs? $30. Not to mention the cheesy I wish I was Delta Force crap up there. So that's going in the don't like it pile. That's two in the don't like it pile. Not to mention there is no mention of what kind of steel it is at all, anything about it. So yeah, all right. Then the only other item in the Pro Box there is the anti-rust gun suck for $9.99. This is silicone treated, moisture resistant, Black Legion gun suck. Drawstring closure, fits most rifles and shotguns. This could be an important item. Yeah. Oh, it smells like it's treated. You used it all? All right, we'll have to plug it in later. Now, if you're planning to keep your weapon in storage for a long period of time, this could be very important. How stretchy is it? I don't feel like breaking out the old AR-15 right now to see if it fits, but it does have a fair bit of stretch to it. Obviously, not with a magazine or whatever, but you can tell it is impregnated with something. It's got that coating on it to help keep things from getting that kind of storage rust that they get just from sitting around. So if you're going to just take something and keep it in storage for a while, not bad. I don't really have a good estimate as to what these things cost normally. I'll have to take a look, but you guys are so much better at that than me. You guys almost instantly come back with, well, I can find that for such and such a price. I'm not sure how the Black Legion brand is. I've actually never used a storage sock. I always kind of keep my rifle, you know, at least if I don't shoot it in that month at all, I take it apart, I break it down, I clean it, I oil it and everything, just so that corrosion does not build up. And then if I do shoot it, I do that every time I shoot it. So I'm not sure. Is $9.99 a good price for that? I don't know. You guys tell me. But I'll put that in the like it pile because it does good things for you. You know, it's a worthwhile item to have. So let's move into the Elite Box. So the Elite Box costs us $89.99 a month. The June retail MSRP is $131.89. And it includes everything here, and starts with the SOA Revenant G10 Tactical Knife for $24.99. So yeah, we do get 4 knives in this box at the Elite level, which is kind of cool. And I don't know how I feel about this one yet. The SOA brand has not thrilled me overall so far, although, you know what? This one has the makings of not bad. It's simple. Love the multicolored G10. Nice, grippy sculpt on the scales there. Comfortable. A little bit small, but comfortable. Obviously, it's full tang. Your pommel there could be used as a glass breaker, temple smasher, whatever you want. Here we've got a 3.5-inch black coated 420 stainless steel blade. 7 7/8 inches overall. This is something that might have some actual real utilitarian value. Very simple nylon sheath. Okay, simple single belt loop there. It's got some foam padding on the inside of it. This is actually something that I would consider using, carrying around and using. Now 420, obviously steel is not great. No, let's not confuse it with 420 HC or anything like that, but probably be very easy to put the sharp edge back on when it wears down. Corrosion resistance is, moderate. Not great, but if we, take care of it, that black coating should protect what's underneath, and, we just give the edge some minor maintenance as we go. I don't know. Not bad. You take it, you little knife, you take it. Not a bad edge out of the box. Very nice, just pulling through. This is a knife that actually, now I don't like a lot of the SOA stuff that they put in here. It's of course handcrafted in China, but this is a solid, simple knife. I would use this, I would carry this. I would like to see how it performs against some more expensive blades. I like it. I do. I actually like it. Not gimmicky. I mean, besides the logo there. Very simple, performing little knife. So we're going to put this one in the like it pile. All right. It's nice to be able to start off on the levels with like it right out of the box, right? Now, we don't have the Punisher Pocket Multi-Tool, like they said in the little piece of paper I just sliced up testing that out. But what we do have for the same MSRP, $9.99, is the M48 pouch. OD green. Very grateful it's OD green. My favorite color for gear. Very heavyweight nylon there. This one, you can see it's coated on the inside for waterproofing. Same thing, we've got coating on the rear and the front face, so waterproof, well, water resistant anyway. No drainage hole in the bottom, it's just coated all the way through. One small thin divider, decent size, standard size kind of pouch. But real, like, tough looking stitching. Not coming apart like some of the other stuff I do the little pull and tug test on. Flashlight slash pen slash tool pockets on the sides. And of course, PALS compatible. Oh, and then a little rear pocket on the back too. This is not a bad pouch, actually. For $9.99, not bad. This is something that I would probably throw on my Voodoo tactical bag, that's also OD green, and give myself a little extra space there. I like this. Not a huge fan of this little clip right here. There we go. But little accessory pouch, throw your phone in it if it fits in there. Could use this for first aid, could use this for just some odds and ends that you're throwing in there. I actually like this pouch. I don't know what the Punisher Pocket multi-tool is. I'll have to look it up online and see, but I like this pouch. For $9.99, I think it's a good deal. It seems fairly well made. In my favorite Peter color, so let's go into the like pile. And then the last item we have is the 5-Minute Meals Dinner Kit for $12.99. This looks like it is basically a civilian MRE. Here you go, you've got all your nutrition stuff on the back. So you've got 2 whole fresh tortillas, beef chili with beans, Grand Canyon meal replacement bar, and mocha cappuccino hot beverage drink. So you got basically one little meal, and it comes with, it says, a self-contained heater and a cutlery kit. This feels like, what is this? This is beef chili. This does not feel like chili. This feels like beef mush sauce. Let's see. This has no label, but this feels like 2 tortillas. Instant cappuccino, jam, mixed fruit jelly. Here's our cutlery pack with a spork. Our Grand Canyon meal replacement bar, apple cinnamon granola bar, and I guess this is our cooking pouch, which is, oh, this is cool because this need water like an MRE heater. It comes with the pouch right there. Do not drink. So that's pretty cool. So it is basically, like it says, one meal, one MRE meal. Civilian style. I don't know how this compares to the quality of an MRE, to the taste of an MRE. I like MREs. I have a whole video where I go through just a random actual military issue MRE. I'll throw a link to that in the video description if you've never seen that and you'd like to see that. I enjoy MREs. I think they're tasty. I don't know how this particularly compares, but I can see it's not nearly as many calories, only 820 calories, not nearly as many calories as an MRE gives you if you're looking for that actual sustenance factor. But why not? I'd check this out. For $12.99, I know I can get MREs for cheaper than that if you know where to look, anyway. So for right now, I'm going to put this in the man pile because I feel like an MRE, if you get it at the right price, might be a better deal. Although this has some advantages. I like that you don't need to bring any extra water to it, but anyway, I'm gonna put it meh. I think MREs give you a little bit more. And I think the packaging in an MRE is a little tougher if you're gonna put it away and keep it for a while. But that is the end. So what do we have in the end? So we've got 2 crappy knives in the don't like it pile. We have the tick tweezers with the light that doesn't really light anything up, and the 5-minute meals in the man pile. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 items in the like it pile. Really want to give this knife a little bit of a workout. I can't believe I like a Karambit at all, but I do. Gun sock might be worth trying out. See if it actually fits my rifle. I know that this is good to put away. This is a decent pouch, a good pouch. I think I have some good uses for it, and I know this stuff can be very useful. I mean, what you can think of basically is the limit here, so cool stuff. For a lot of what you see here, we are now over 41,000 subscribers, which is really cool. I said the next big giveaway was going to be at 50K, and you know, it's getting closer every time. So while I don't like these knives, I know that a lot of you out there watching probably do, and who am I to say you're not allowed to like them? So these for sure will have something to do with the 50K subscriber giveaway, which I have to top what I did for, you know, the 15/25K giveaway. So it's coming up soon. I have to find something bigger, better, and bolder than what we did for the last one. But for sure, they're going to find their way in there, and there will be, you know, stuff. If you've got suggestions for what to do to top what we did with the 60-something prize, 60+ prizes for the last giveaway, let me know. But anyway, guys, what are your thoughts on the June box? Maybe I'll get the July box in July. Wouldn't that be awesome? Your thoughts on any of the things in this box, please do share. Please check out the video description. Take a look at the Patreon page. Think about joining up with the Patreon team. It really helps me bring more stuff to the channel. The support on Patreon I can't tell you how much it helps me bring stuff to the channel. So take a look at that. Also see a link to the Facebook page. Best way to get in touch with me, just to chat, to ask questions for whatever stuff you got going on. I've also got a couple email addresses in there. One that's just a general contact email. One that's specifically if you want to ask me a Q&A question for the next Q&A video I'm going to be putting out. I'll put that right here, QuestionsForDocP@gmail.com. Find that in there too. A link to that MRE video we talked about. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Curious to see if you guys will rack and stack the things the way I did in your personal opinions. You guys are all totally awesome. I appreciate every single one of you, and I'll be back again real soon.